Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The Columbus Blue Jackets look to start a new winning streak tonight when they host the Dallas Stars. Center Charlie Coyle will skate in his 1,000th NHL game tonight. Face off from Nationwide Arena is at 7 o'clock. You can catch the action here on the Fan starting at 6:30. On the hardwood, the 12th-ranked Ohio State women's basketball team returns to action tonight, going for their 7th straight win hosting Indiana. Tyler Danberg has the call over on the Fan 2. Coverage starting at 7:45. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. And in the NFL, Los Angeles Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter was scheduled to meet with the Cleveland Browns for their head coach opening. However, Minty canceled the meeting earlier today. This update sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero from now until March 31st. Buy one quesadilla deal, get one free on the app. Terms apply. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You're about to enter a land of audio delight so awesome that you'll drop all important obligations to get your daily fix. Even Marconi, inventor of the radio, couldn't have imagined the pleasures that are about to invade your ear hole.
Oh, yes.
Try as you might, there's no escape. Let's begin.
How? Good afternoon.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Doing good, Mike.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
With special guests, Nicole Sheeran.
Yeah, dog.
Jen Winters.
I will kick you in the junk.
Jeff Rimmer.
I will be around to haunt you forever.
And Chris Collinsworth.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the corner of Cracky and Sacky.
Excuse me.
Here's Common Man and Timmy.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Hello, we have made this a too hot bum sweatshirt / tracksuit Thursday today.
Too hot.
All here for it.
Well, you look like not just a bum, just a creepy, should be arrested for going within 100 feet of the middle school.
Hey, you know what?
Bum.
You know what? I'm fine with that, but I'd like you to be right there with me. You're wearing a grungy, cheap
It's not grungy.
Adidas
It's not
hoodie.
cheap. Don't.
I'm draped in velour.
Stop it.
I'm actually classed out for a tracksuit.
I don't feel
today.
like I've said 5 words to Teddy today. He's just been ignoring me completely. You've had your headphones on, ignoring me.
We were trying to figure out, like, we had the issue yesterday with the phones, and Jacob was explaining to me that they think they may have fixed it. So
Okay.
I'm doing good, Mike.
But who broke it?
I don't know who switched some of the settings over there on your side. But so some of the settings over there on your board were wrong.
You switched the samples.
Yes, somebody did that.
It wasn't me.
No.
So
No,
let's
you
do a
wouldn't do
process of See, we're
was
always
Jacob.
focused on
It was you.
who fixed it.
No,
and we want to give praise to the person that fixed it.
No, Brandon.
We want to
Brandon fixed
shame.
it.
We want to shame who broke it.
That's all well and good. I want to shame the person that broke it. That's what I want to do.
You're telling me, Rhyme Time, a producer here at the Fan, Beamer, fixed it? Like while he was doing the show or in the commercial breaks of the show?
He used to be a producer.
I understand, but it's been a while since he's done that.
That was a long time ago.
He knows the ins and outs, I guess, on that board.
It was this board?
Yeah.
It was a problem with this board.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
over there. Nothing on our side over here.
I don't like that for a second.
I like how I look over at you during the show yesterday, Teddy, and I get I don't know, man.
Well, I don't know how your board works. Mine's, I understand this board, but I don't know that board.
How you doing, Ted?
I'm doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
It is Too Hot Thursday.
Too hot.
Teddy will dazzle us with audio that we've never heard before, and then we respond. We will sprinkle that throughout the program today. Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg at 3:30. I have a bone to pick with you, my friend.
What a surprise.
I have a bone to pick with you.
I actually didn't have a bone to pick with you today.
Well, of course not.
I'm glad that you do.
Flawless. So you come in, and you said to me that you were at the club, at Sam's Club, and you were looking and you were upset because they didn't have Crocs in your sizes.
Let me just start.
Go ahead, set the
Let me
story
start
up.
from scratch, okay? This is why I bring things to work, because I want to run things by people before I do them. I think that's a good quality. So it had maybe piqued my interest because, you know, the kids are all wearing these throughout the summertime, sometimes to a fault. Like they wear them too much and that's all they wear. But I thought maybe would it be okay? Would it be fun if I got myself a pair of Crocs for slipping on, wearing around the house,
And
wearing
you
on the
asked
back
me.
patio?
You asked me what I thought of this. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, you idiot. They're for children and morons.
And that's why I brought it up, because
No.
I didn't make the move
here's my
yet.
problem, though.
I was a little annoyed by Sam's Club and that they have no sizes for real people.
They have sizes because they're for kids.
I think they just don't carry sizes because they're stupid.
And so I'm arguing with you. You're arguing back with me when I said, no, they're dumb. You look dumb in them. Don't buy them. What's the matter with you? You're arguing. You're bickering with me. You don't take what I have to say with any sort of grain of salt. You're just bickering. And then Matty Ice pops his head up. And Matty Ice says, hey, Timmy, you thinking about getting Crocs?
And I
you
said, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He said, don't. And you said, okay. Matty Ice pops his head up, gives you one word of advice. You take it, you smile, you listen to him. I give you about 20 reasons why you'd be the biggest douche nugget on the planet to get yourself a pair of Crocs, and you do nothing but argue with me.
Okay, well, I wonder why. Maybe it's because Matty Ice talks to me in a nice way. Did you ever stop and think about that?
He didn't frame it in a nice way. He looked at you and said, don't.
He did it in a pleasant voice. He gave a little shake of the head. He was smiling when he said it. I think it was more than just don't. I think he said, you got to be out on those. We're out on Crocs. I said, okay, all right. I mean, Matty is a very industrious guy. He knows what's going on. He knows about fashion. He's always looking very good. And so if he tells me, doubled on top of what you said, and he does it in a nice way where he's got tact, he can talk to somebody, you're just berating me. I didn't even say I was going to do it. I just had the idea, and you're just burying me.
The fact
piling
that
on.
you're even bringing this to my attention means you probably already bought them.
I didn't get them. You think I got them?
I think they're in the trunk of your car right now.
You think I'm a liar?
I know you're a liar.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to get you a pair of Crocs.
No. You're going to see me throw them right in the trash.
You're gonna throw them in the trash while I'm looking at you.
Absolutely. I'm not going to fake it.
What about the fuzzy lined Crocs? They got the ones with the lining in it.
You know what? Go ahead. Get yourself
Soft
all
and
of them.
luxurious.
All of them. Wear them around the streets just like Mario Batali.
You know what?
Just the bright orange ones.
You know what I have that I do like? It's a Birkenstock. It's a
Merkin.
Yeah, a Birkenstock. So you're familiar with the brand? It's like a slipper shoe. So you can wear it outside. It's got a good thick sole to it, but it doubles sort of as a house slipper / shoe. It's a hybrid. Obviously, I'm never wearing that to work, but when you got to go out and take the dog for a quick walk and it's dry, throw those on. Pretty nice. Not so bad. That's what I was thinking about with a Croc. But I'm not going to do it.
I want you to get them.
I'm not going to do it.
Get them in a variety of colors
they don't have my
and
size.
shapes.
They don't have my size anyway.
You know what I'll do? Because I do it for the bus stop kids. I get the little Croc pins that they can put on there.
Oh, yeah. Like the little pop things.
Little pop things. I'll get you some, too. Well, like a Taco Bell one or a Mountain Dew one.
Ooh, Taco Bell.
You want a Taco Bell?
You give me a Mountain Dew Code Red?
Croc pin?
Timmy like the Code Red.
I get them for the children. I can get them for you, too.
Give me a little Commander's W, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Show off my team spirit. Maybe a little Block O. Ocho. Oh,
All right.
God.
I just, look, it's the fact that Matty Ice said it, and you immediately listened to him. But me, your oldest friend here at the radio station, quite frankly, the only one who still talks to you.
This is what we do. I mean, you're gonna give me a bunch of reasons, and I gotta sit back and sift through them and see which ones are actually valid.
Also, while I'm in the mood, I put this on Twitter last night. I don't really post on Twitter anymore because I think it's a cesspool. But that's enough with the Christmas lights, okay? You want to keep them up in your house because you're sick and demented and whatever. It's not bothering me. It's in your house. All right? But turn them off outside. I'm tired of looking at them.
How many you got out there?
Got a couple in my neighborhood. It's like the Griswolds.
Yeah,
Turn them off. I'm going to go cut their lawn. Not cut their lawns.
You're going to mow their lawn for them?
I'm going to show them. I'm going to mow their lawns.
Can't do that in the winter time.
I'm going to cut the wire.
Yeah, you're going to take them out?
What happened? I don't know.
Where's the wire to cut? You got to go to that electrical box? You get shocked. What would you do?
Maybe I'll just unplug the timer.
Unplug the timer?
Unplug the timer.
Try unplugging the timer.
That's enough. Look, I'll give you until the kids go back to school.
That's fair.
All right, you keep them on until then. I understand. We like to keep things festive, but do it in your own house. Look, I don't take my adult entertainment and put a projector on the garage door for everyone to see.
I bet that.
Perhaps. I do that in my basement in shame.
Right, because that's the same thing, right?
It is the same thing.
You have some.
I like it, so everybody needs to like it.
You have some flickering lights that for the Christmas season bring joy to everyone.
It's over for Bozo.
Putting hardcore porn on your garage door. What an analogy. I mean, it's not your By Menon, but it might be your next best. It's pretty good. Why do you think people need to keep them up for so long?
I just think they're lazy.
That is.
I just think they don't want to go outside and unplug the thing.
Well, you can just not turn them on. You still have to flick them on.
No, they don't flick. They got the timer. So when the sun goes down, the lights automatically go on.
Ooh.
That's what the rich people do, Timmy.
Must be nice.
Get yourself a timer.
Locks for our doors, timers for our lights.
Ooh, baby. The Sharon Moore, Michigan fiasco just got a little bit spicier. Details coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You should avoid Goodell Street at 4th Street. We've got a gas leak going on right there, so avoid that area for now. And we've got an accident that's causing some delay on westbound 161 after Johnstown Road. It's blocking both shoulders. This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
We have a simple formula at Shelter Insurance. Provide personalized coverage at great rates with local agents to help you choose the coverage you need. And if the unexpected happens, fulfill our promise to be there when you need us most. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Right now, you can save on Kroger brand 80% lean ground beef. 3-pound rolls are just $4.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Jake Needler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Michigan. Boom!
Live fan coverage starts Friday night at 7.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's public school educators have dedicated their lives to serving their students, and we must trust them as experienced professionals to do the jobs they've been trained to do. Creating the best schools and communities takes every single one of us. Please make sure the educators in your life know how much they are appreciated and respected.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association. File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. Just file on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see partly sunny skies today with temperatures right around that freezing mark and gusty winds, so there will be a wind chill in place. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the teens. For Friday, partly sunny with temperatures falling throughout the day. We will only get into the teens for highs with the feels like eventually getting below zero again with gusty winds continuing. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Apparently, things at Michigan were even worse than we thought. Going to get to that in a minute. Mikey, before I do, you ever notice? See, these are the things that I now notice, and I don't know if anybody else does. But for example, I was picking up light bulbs at the store the other day, like anybody does. But I wasn't really putting a lot of thought into the bulbs that I was getting.
Well, you got to pay attention to the bulb.
They're all LED now. I don't know when we made that move.
It doesn't matter. There's different
technology's all LED,
different colors, and
see that's the thing.
You got your daylight, you got your warm white, you got
yes.
Yeah.
So daylight. Here's what I found out.
You bought the daylight?
I bought the daylight.
What the hell is the matter with you?
I put those suckers in. I bought like an 8-pack of them because I had the 3 like booby-shaped, light fixtures that we had to
even sell the daylight?
Replace.
Should be in jail just for buying them.
I agree. So I put those in there, and I felt like I was in a hospital. I felt like I was about to be operated on. And then if you got like half the house that's already got the soft light or the warm glow, and then you install some of the daylights, it's mixed and matched. You can't even have that.
Timmy, I have been accused at certain points of my life of being a little bit overdramatic. I think I'm not, right? But people who have gotten to know me say that's a quality that I have.
Since when have you ever overreacted about anything?
I don't think that I have. But
no.
Let me just say,
holidays.
If it was a choice between having the daylight bulbs in my house or being dead, I would choose death. I'd rather be dead. I don't know who the hell are buying those daytime bulbs.
I don't know.
They're for the criminally insane.
Who's got the daylight?
Teddy, you got daylight in your house?
Halogen looking light bulbs.
No, of course not.
Can't do that.
Because you're sane.
Yes.
You're a perfectly sane person.
Absolutely.
Honestly, why would anybody, if you use those daylight bulbs, let me know why. I want to know why. Is there something about how you can see better? Because I feel like our whole operation out there, we've got too many of the fluorescent bad. The only place I'm using those is in the garage because that's the type of fixtures are already up there. But I'd rather have a warm glow fluorescent tube.
Lighting should be dim everywhere we go.
Oh, man.
We're ugly. We don't need to be reminded how ugly we are.
Agreed.
Dim those lights.
I need it to be soft. So I had to go out and I was able to put up with it for a day. I had to go right back out, get new bulbs. I had to throw those directly in the trash.
Throw them away.
I absolutely
You can't even give those to
hated them.
Goodwill because they'll look at them and say, we can't have these daylights.
No, they're making them. They're selling them.
The needy don't want these daylights.
People are using them.
No one's using them.
I don't understand why. So listen to this.
Looky here.
This is what's going on at Michigan. A former football player is now claiming that Sharon's affair with the staff member was used as blackmail for playing time. So you had a player or players that were saying, we know about this. If you don't give me some more reps, get me in the game, maybe against the betterment of our team, then this news is going to pop out. Here was a quote from former wide receiver Anthony Simpson. He put this on X. It was deleted, but it's there
put
forever.
it out there. We saw it.
Said, I was treated unfairly due to Sharon Moore being blackmailed by players and staff members, which jeopardized my opportunity to get on the field.
So he's saying I was the better player. I should have gotten more playing time, but because other players knew his secret and they were blackmailing him, he played the less talented player instead of him.
Basically, he continued. He said, fastest player on the team. I won reps every day in practice, only there for fall camp. Our team captains also advocated for me to play. I was denied fairness. And he transferred in after 2 seasons at Arizona and 2 seasons at UMass. So
wily veteran.
Yeah, he had 1 carry for 10 yards all season. Now, okay. I don't know if Anthony Simpson was going to be any good regardless.
Hey, yards per carry?
Who can tell that?
10
yards per carry.
Pretty good,
right?
man. Finish up the season with a 10 yards average?
Pretty good, right? And when he went into the transfer portal, he said, thank you, God, for it all. I know you have a plan. True hard workers. Who needs an explosive playmaker? Slot and outside. And I run every route in the tree. Slots and slits.
Slits and slots, Timmy.
All of it. So he's going to Toledo, actually. So he's coming here to Ohio to finish up his college career. What is this, like year 9 for him?
Glass Bowl.
What would you do? Like, how would you blackmail somebody?
I don't think I would blackmail somebody.
That's good. It's a bad thing to do.
You know what, though? I take that back. I would.
If I hated,
I take that.
If I hated the guy,
right?
If I hated the guy enough,
I would say,
it's a little harmless blackmailing.
I'd sit down with Coach and I'd make it real casual, and I'd say, yeah, it would be a shame, Coach, if somebody found out about stuff with
hanky-panky time.
What's her name? What was her name again?
Let's call her Jill. I don't know.
Jill.
It's not her
It'd
name.
be a real shame. I personally think there's nothing wrong with it. Just a red-blooded American man.
You're just going right there with the sarcasm. With it'd be a real shit. You have a tone though. You got to have a. You don't want to be too casual. You want to have that
man,
tone
it would be
about
a real shame. Just a real shame.
What do you mean by that, Mike?
I ran into your lovely wife at the Chipotle the other day. We were both getting a bowl, and it accidentally slipped out that we didn't have a late meeting last night and that you weren't home for a completely different reason. But then I remembered what was going on, and I didn't say that. But it'd be a shame if I ran into her and then
I know. I mean, it's
happened to pop out.
If you know what would help though, like if maybe I could get another $1 million on my salary, that might feel. Boy, we're really going all the way to the Hamptons with this blackmail story.
And by the way, if you
we
think
could be pretty good at this,
that type of stuff doesn't happen, I know for a fact. Now, it had nothing to do with having an affair or anything like that, but there have been guys in this program over the years, since NIL became a thing, that all of a sudden were a little iffy about playing in a particular game until some money got transferred into their account. I know that to be true. So I find it very easy to believe that Sharon Moore, this is a very open secret, everybody apparently knew, including the players, that there wouldn't be a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I won't air your dirty laundry if you give me opportunity on the field.
Yeah. And
what a mess that place is.
This is something that was going on up there.
Let's kick him out of the conference. What do you think?
I think he's out of the conference.
No. The school. The whole institution of higher
I'm
learning.
saying, I don't think Sharon Moore is going back anywhere for a long, long time. What do you think he's doing right now?
I
think he's at home just
he's
chilling?
Probably I don't know if he's chilling. I mean, he's probably getting up and walking on eggshells every single day because his wife hates him. And he's trying to
win
her back in some way.
I know, like it's easier said than done. Something like this happens, it's difficult to then make the move that maybe you want to make because you're thinking about so many different factors. You're thinking about yourself, you're thinking about your children. You don't know what ultimately is right. I think she probably knows, but I can understand how difficult that would be to just rip the Band-Aid off.
Think about that.
And get there. You had an entire life planned with this person. Then when it comes crashing down, I can't imagine how hard that would be.
No matter how happily married you are, you've been married for a long time, I've been married for a long time. There's those moments, hopefully they're few and far between, where you know you've done something wrong and you know she knows it, and there's that feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach, right? Think about living with that all the time.
I can't.
Which is what he's probably living with right now.
That's why I don't understand how that can be patched up. Because the things that you or I would be talking about, my God, I think the reason Sarah and I are so happily married is because you're
not doing the secretary?
We're not doing the secretary. I mean, we might, if we were going to do it, we'd have the discussion. We'd consider becoming a throuple, right? We'd bring
That's
the
good thing to do.
We'd bring the staffer in. We'd discuss it. We'd say, I'm here.
Bring
she's
your resume.
There. Yes. We're going to.
When was the last time you had a dental exam?
Are you good and clean? Like, we're going to make this decision
Do you
together.
have any oral thrush problems?
the oral thrush. That's a non-starter for me. If you got the thrush, we're going to move on to the next candidate. But the stuff that we bicker and fight about, it's so minuscule.
Yes, it's not you've been having a years-long affair.
I don't understand how that could be something that you could ever look past. I mean, maybe you got in trouble with some tax evasion stuff. I don't know. Like, it didn't really it affects the family financially, but
honey,
it wasn't
we're
something that had to
bankrupt.
do with our love for each other, but it was a bad decision that I made. Maybe we get past it and she knew about it.
What do you think
I
your
don't know.
wife would be more willing to forgive? If you went home today and said, honey, I've been having a secret affair with someone, and I have fathered a child with that person.
Oh, dear God.
And it's about to come out, and I just wanted to let you know that it's over between the two of us, and I just want to be with you. But I have this child now that I have to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to support this child.
Yeah.
Okay? That. Or you come home and say, honey, I haven't paid any of our income taxes for the past 15 years. We're going to have to sell this house and file for bankruptcy and pretty much live in shame and start all over again.
Man.
Which one would you pick as the worst case scenario? Because I think my wife would hate me more for the tax thing.
I can't even believe that you came up with that scenario that would rival the fathering a kid. And guess what, honey? We're going to bring him in and we're going to get to raise him now. You're going to get to look at him and we're going to raise that kid that I had with another
I diddled
woman.
the maid like Arnold.
I'm going to say we'll get through the money thing.
We'll get through the money thing.
We'll start over. The other thing you could never get over. There's a chance, at least, if we win the Mega Millions, strike it rich, we could rebuild. Not the other, though.
Okay. Around the Big Ten with our guy Adam Rittenberg coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got some slower traffic on southbound 315 between West Broad Street and I-70. And be aware of an accident that's blocking the left lane and causing holdup on westbound 33 at 270 at the East Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get Eco.
Aaron, when we say same-day furnace installation, what does that mean exactly?
It means if you call us in the dead of winter because your furnace has died, we will install a new furnace the same day.
Get Eco.
So So by same day, you mean like the next day, but within 24 hours?
No, Jerry, the same day you call.
How can we do that? Do we really have furnace techs just sitting here waiting for emergency calls?
Yes.
And we have a whole warehouse full of different furnaces, so we'll have one ready to go no matter what you need?
Yes.
And we have extra trucks in the fleet, just parked and ready to be loaded at a moment's notice?
Yes.
How do we do that?
Jerry, how could we not do that? If your heat goes out in the middle of winter, that's an emergency. So we'll be there the day you call.
Get Eco.
ECO.
We should install a pole the guys can slide down, like firefighters.
No, Jerry, and please don't suggest that in front of the team.
Get Eco.
ECO.
GetEco.com.
Matty Ice here. It's a new year, so why not start it off with a new car from McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where the savings are rolling all month long. You can lease a brand new 26 Chevy Equinox LT for just $279 a month for 36 months with $3,369 due at signing, or if financing is more your style, grab it for only $399 a month for 96 months with $1,000 due at signing. Terms and restrictions apply. They're just off Route 23095 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man and Timmy present Around the Big Ten with ESPN's Adam Rittenberg.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
Our guy Adam Rittenberg covers all things college football for ESPN. He joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, Adam.
Hello, how we doing?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. We're recovering from the title game on Monday. I assume that you went to the game, talk about the experience and the immediate aftermath of Indiana winning their first national championship.
Yeah, no, it was just an unreal experience to be there, even though Indiana was the favorite. Just seeing them on the field in a national championship game in a coach's second year. And then obviously it was a very compelling game, it's half. A lot of drama, a lot of big plays, and Indiana, to its credit, made enough plays, although it was kind of outplayed at times in that second half to get a win. And as you're on that field at the end, it just, I think as Kurt that he said the next day, it really does represent a shift in the sport. A team like this to rise all the way to the top in such a short period of time. While I don't think it's going to be replicated everywhere. And we could certainly have a blue blood, so to speak, winning the next few national championships. The fact that this is possible, I think it does change the way that we look at the sport a little bit. And it's certainly one of the greatest stories I've covered. It's certainly one of the more unexpected ones in Indiana winning a national title.
We're all in agreement on that. Every one of us here, and I think most people listening too. And I find it so crazy when you go back to how everyone on the outside really disliked this guy, and Kurt Signetti I'm talking about, and thought he was so pompous that he actually sits there before he's built his team and has the Google Me drop. Credit Google. They actually gave him a shout out. They put on there when you Google Kurt Signetti for a couple of days. Yep, he won. But the fact that it could start there and get to this spot in just 2 years, where do you think this story continues to go now, Adam?
It's one of the ultimate called shots of sports history. And, I even remember before the Google Me line, the day that he was hired, being at the Big Ten Championship in, late 2023, and him going on BTN and saying, well, we'll be here in a year. And then he'd say, oh, it was a year off. And they're all kind of like, who is this joker? I mean, we know who Indiana is. And again, I think it's so interesting because he did all of that, and he's pretty open about this, to get Indiana's spirits up. Not necessarily to maybe be right at the end of the day. Obviously, you want to be right, but he wanted to inject confidence in a program and a fan base that was so down. But he also was doing all these other things to make it a reality. Because it's one thing for coaches to come in and say memorable lines and get people feeling good, and then it's a whole other thing to actually deliver on those promises. And no one really holds them to it. And I think this year, he didn't talk as much, and he talked to me about that to go out and say outlandish things. This year was much more about substance and elevating the program even further, and they were able to do it. But again, I think, those initial comments and then being able to back it up, I mean, it's something I can't remember ever seeing in college football, especially in a program that had been so far down in Indiana.
Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg here on The Fan. So let's talk about the playoffs as a whole now. We're hearing stories that the SEC dudes, they want 16-team playoff. The Big Ten people want 24. They can't get together and figure something out. There's this apparent deadline out there 2 days from now, the 24th, that ESPN has implemented for them to figure something out. What do you think the end game is here?
Well, I don't think the playoff is going to change for the 2026 season. Now, perhaps there'll be an 11th hour shift, but I think the differences between the leagues, are still quite vast. And, Tony Petitti hasn't spoken nearly as much as Greg Sankey has. But when he has spoken, he's made it clear what he wants. He wants essentially a playoff within the Big Ten to get into the larger playoff. So having those automatic qualifying spots, he does not want this in the hands of a committee as far as most of the spots, which is what the SEC and the other conferences are advocating for. The 5+11 model. And so I think it's, to me, it seems like a stalemate that's not going to be resolved before this deadline for the 2026 season. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have a bad playoff next year. We had a pretty good playoff this year, but it does mean that the leagues are not maybe close to being aligned. A year ago they were meeting together. And now it feels like there's more distance between the two, even though there still is quite a lot of communication between Sankey and Petitti. So this is something that, an athletic director in the Big Ten told me way back in June, when things were being said at the SEC spring meetings. This person said, you know what, this thing isn't going to change. We're going to stay in 12 for 2026. And at this point, very late in the game, I think that athletic director is going to be correct.
Adam Rittenberg is with us. And Adam, I think I brought this up last week, and we haven't had any movement as I bring it back here to Ohio State's football team. Have you heard anything more about, offensive coordinator plans, if you still believe they're going to go in-house, or maybe they're waiting for more NFL teams to finish up before they make that decision? What's your thought with what the Buckeyes do there?
Well, I think there's certainly a possibility they go external, and that there's not some major rush to get this hire in place, because the roster is essentially set for the 2026 season, and we know that Ryan Day is going to be capable and will be very involved in organizing what the offense is going to look like for this upcoming season. But I have heard some external names here and there. We'll see how some of these NFL searches shake out, whether they're head coaching searches, offensive coordinator searches. Ryan has a lot of connections to the NFL, having spent some time there, and certainly being the head coach at Ohio State. So he doesn't have to rush into a decision. It's not like you're closing a recruiting class. You know who your quarterback's going to be. You know who your best offensive weapon is going to be in Jeremiah Smith. And so I think it's one of those where they could certainly go internal with Keenan Bailey, or they could certainly look outside. It's a very attractive job. And I think another thing that's important is that, Matt Patricia is still very much in place, and we'll see if anything changes there. But I think being able to get him for a second year is huge, just from a defensive standpoint.
Well, he's been on the road recruiting recently. I mean, I know that doesn't really mean much, but I assume that if he was thinking about going elsewhere, maybe he wouldn't do that. But to your point, I think it's important to keep that continuity. And I think Buckeye fans are nervous about the prospect of promoting from within, only because that would essentially make Ryan Day the de facto offensive coordinator again, and he'd probably feel more comfortable calling plays, and that makes Buckeye fans nervous because his team has been better when Ryan Day doesn't have that on his plate.
Right, and that's a very valid concern to have of what the head coaching job entails, and having won a national championship with a true autonomous offensive coordinator in Chip Kelly a couple of years ago. And so I think that and how that would shake out, regardless of who it is going to be really interesting to see. But I think it's more, how do they self-scout? How do they break some of the problems that surfaced late in the season, especially in the losses to Indiana and Miami? And whether it's tempo, whether it's targets, and just opening up the playbook a little bit here and there. I mean, the sport has slowed down. We're kind of out of the age of high tempo offenses. You look at the two that were on the field on Monday night in South Florida. Those are lower tempo, low possession, sustained driving. That's what Ohio State wants to do. But I think they also need some variation in their scheme, because it ultimately didn't work in the biggest games in the most important time of the year. And so I think that's something that ultimately Ryan and whoever he goes with are going to have to take a look in the mirror and figure out, what do we have to do to augment and change this offense to make it better? Because it's not a matter of talent. Ohio State has talent, but we're also in an age where, in the biggest games, you're not going to step on the field and have overwhelmingly more talent than the other team. So I think that's where the work really has to be done. And I think, as the head coach, Ryan owes it to his program to do that hard self-scout after the season.
Adam, we always appreciate it, my friend. We will talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Around
the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Buckeye basketball did not play last night, but they were helped out in a big way. And too hot. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're looking at some slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to US 33. And there's a couple-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side from 670 to 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
It may be winter outside, but inside the Ohio Expo Center, it's golf season. The Columbus Golf Show is back for 3 days only, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Save up to 70% on golf equipment, accessories, and apparel, even vacation packages. Test the newest clubs, compete in skills competitions for great prizes, and get a free lesson from a PGA pro. Come tee it up indoors this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. For tickets, go to columbusgolfshow.com.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show.
And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State,
yes it is.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If your garage door were a person, and it'd be the type of person who doesn't return their shopping cart, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, we fix sucky garage doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fairhousing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Always still look at myself as a high-performing athlete, even at 40 years old. And so I want to go able to run and run fast and do things that I could 15 and 20 years ago. And it was getting to the point where the pain was starting to limit that.
Pain attacks people from all walks of life, not just former professional athletes like Bobby Carpenter. That's where QC Kinetics non-surgical treatment steps in.
And now that the pain is gone, I've been able to go and do the stuff that I love and run fast and run sprints and try to get back to where I was.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments use your body's own healing properties to deliver long-term relief without surgery.
Now, being able to go and work out and do the stuff that I want to do and challenge my body, it's made me a better person, a more pleasant person to be around.
Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common man uses his droopy sack for a bath mat.
Santa's not the only one with a big red sack full of goodies.
You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Hey, Mikey, I didn't even think about this.
Hey, Mikey.
The question that I asked, what do you think Sharon Moore is doing right now?
Wasn't he in court today?
Yes, I don't know right now, this millisecond, but a couple of hours ago, we know exactly what he was doing. He was in the courtroom. I think he was in the courtroom yesterday, and then he was there today. And here was the latest on that. So his lawyer, as lawyers are going to do, right? She's seeking to have the home invasion and some other charges, which I think there are only 3 of. She's probably trying to get them all dismissed. And there's going to be more to it than just that. He's going to have to come back to court again on March 19. So this stuff works at a snail pace, but he pleaded not guilty to all of it. He's facing 3 charges, including the felony home invasion and stalking.
Was wifey there?
Wifey was there.
She was there to support
so
her
there
man.
we go.
Right.
Moore. It said Moore arrived at court yesterday with his family, including his wife, with whom he shares 3 young children with. This courthouse is really close to the big house. So you're like thinking and feeling all of it. The courthouse is right there. It's 4 miles away, right there in Ann Arbor. So we'll see what happens as this continues on. The lawyers trying to say that the statements were very misleading, that it's not painting the whole picture. We've got that comment where, he apparently yelled at the staffer, "My blood is on your hands."
Look, man, the lawyers are going to say whatever they have to say.
They're going to say what they got to say.
Right. So this is not going to end well for him.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about he's going to spend lots of time in jail. I have no idea. But
And again, this is one of those things where unless there were recording devices or video evidence,
wasn't he on
we're never
tape?
Was he?
For the 911 call? Wasn't he screaming in the background?
Yeah, I guess there is a 911 call. I haven't listened to that or combed over that to see or hear.
Haven't?
No.
Oh, later.
No, I don't really want to.
It's Too Hot Thursday. Teddy dazzles us with audio, but Buckeye basketball didn't play last night, but they got helped out. Northwestern won at USC last night. That moves the Wildcats up 10 spots in the net.
To
In the process, moves Ohio State the NET.
Yeah. What did they get moved up to? That's what I'm asking.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. It moves Ohio State up to number 35, but now that Northwestern has moved up 10 spots, that victory that the Buckeyes have against Northwestern is a quad 1 victory.
So Northwestern moved up from 79 to 69. That's what they moved up to.
You just wanted me to say the number 69,
no,
didn't you?
I didn't even care.
69.
That's
nice.
My McDonald's code. Don't use that. That one's mine. I paid for that. I get it every time.
No, you got KY69.
Okay, there was a mistake. I tried to, I wanted my code. They gave me a different code last time. So what that means is for a true road game, if you're playing anyone in the net rankings from 1 I believe, to 75. It could be 70. Don't fact check me on that. It's all there on the internet to read what it is. I think it's 1 through 30 for a home game, 1 through 50 for a neutral site game. Those are what give you quad 1 wins, which is obviously what you're looking for, as many of those as you can possibly get. Quad 1 and quad 2, those first 2 quadrants, those are key to get. But it also, you don't want to ever have any of the losses that are in quad 3 or quad 4, especially. So that's not like breaking any news. News flash. You want to get high quality wins and you don't want to incur bad losses. I know it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, but it's a weird year for the Big Ten. Ohio State's got a huge opportunity tomorrow night at Michigan. Did you, by the way,
I'll be whistling Dixie, buddy, if they win that game.
Oh, I'll be whistling Dixie out of my
Dixie.
BH-69. That's what I'll be doing if they get that done. I don't think they can. I'll just say it now here on a Thursday. I said I wanted to watch that Minnesota game. We watched it. I didn't see a strong enough performance to have to take that team to overtime on your home court. But did you see Colin White, of all guys, was talking some trash on going up to Ann Arbor? Going to show you what it's like.
All right.
What are we doing, Colin?
I appreciate the moxie. You know, he had a nice bucket there.
He had a basket
late in that basketball game against
It was
Minnesota.
a great basket.
And
Look,
he looked very good while scoring that basket. I just said to myself, where the hell's this guy been?
I'd like you to tell yourself that you're allowed to do that from time to time.
I'm not a huge fan of any of that, but if anyone's going to say it, like Bruce can say it, right? Like
Even
Bruce can
Mobley,
say, man, I'm a senior. I've played a lot of games here, and I'm going to go up there. It's my last trip up to the big house, and I'm going to show them what it's like. Colin White?
He said,
no.
He said, we're coming for blood.
Whose blood? Yours or theirs?
Dear God.
BH-69.
Roddy Gale is just reading that.
All right. Buckeyes get themselves a punter. They're bringing in a second punter to compete with Joe McGuire this offseason. Former Houston Christian and Cincinnati punter Brady Young has committed to the Buckeyes. He's a sixth-year senior, 6'3", 215. He's from Perrysburg, Ohio. And anyway.
The thing that got me here is where you say he's from Houston Christian and
Christian.
Cincinnati?
Yes.
I was hoping that
it was the other way around? No. He started at Cincinnati.
I was hoping that it starts at the place no one's ever heard of.
Then he moved to Houston
and then he went to
Christian.
Cincinnati, and he was amazing.
Houston Christian
Big
on
12.
the radio.
This is what Bill Rabinowitz tweeted out. Listen to this. He said, so what you just said, Brady Young comes in to compete with McGuire, transfers from Houston Christian. The fun fact is Houston Christian, this is not a fun fact in my opinion, it's a bad fact, but not to say it's not accurate, but it's not fun. Houston Christian was the only D1 program to offer Jaden Fielding a scholarship before he came to Ohio State.
All right.
Well, Jaden's not going to kick here anymore.
No, I understand that, but it's a nice little factoid there.
Nick McLarty just left. We got this 9'4" Australian punter that never punted here, and he went to a Big 12 school. He went to Arizona or Arizona State, one of those guys. How about him? How about
he's gone now?
I know, but I'm saying we go back in time, get in the DeLorean. How about he competes with Joey McGuire?
We have. We're going to do Too Hot Thursday coming up next, and
about time
we're going to get.
Huh? What?
I'm sorry. Have you not been entertained for the first hour of the show? You want to go back talking about Crocs?
The way you treated me over the Croc situation.
Stop it now.
I didn't even really know that I wanted them.
The victim.
And you blasted me just stop shooting me. I'm already dead.
Matty Ice is still out there.
He's still here.
He's still out there. He's still talking. He's in the little social clique back there.
What do you think of the social clique? I like it.
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, they're good.
It's good for office camaraderie. Mm-hmm. But you walked out last commercial break. He looked you straight in the eye and said, "Don't do it."
I said, "You're right, my man.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Don't buy the Crocs.
Nope, no Crockies."
All right, Too Hot next. Plus, we will hear from Pied Piper of the Hillbillies, Paul Feinbaum, Common Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident that's on North Hamilton Road between 161 and Warner Road. We also have slow traffic on southbound 315 from West Broad Street to I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Alexa, how do I handle this leaky pipe under my kitchen sink?
The best answer is to call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222.
Alexa, how do I reconnect my toilet to the sewer line?
Kevin, do yourself a favor and just call the Waterworks.
You're right. What's the number again?
Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222. Better care, better value, better results. Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free-forever to learn more.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Don't start the new year with the same old ride. Right now, score low lease payments on all 2026 models, like $149 a month for a brand new Elantra or $159 for a new Sonata. Hurry in and kick off the new year right. Columbus or Dublin or glexhyundai.com. With proof credit $39.95 down plus tax, title, and fees. 2-year lease with 10K miles per year. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Ends 2-2.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, one thing our Pella Columbus team is really serious about is to not be salesy or pushy. We're just here to listen and hopefully make your dream a reality.
Oh, I had a dream last night where I went back in time to a dinosaur's birthday party and had to fight a triceratops for the last cupcake.
I meant more like home makeover type of dreams.
Oh, okay. I just got the dinosaur thing.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Big savings right now with my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. Boy, it's the perfect time to upgrade your ride. You can lease a new Honda for as low as $199 a month, or definitely take advantage of rates as low as 0% financing on select models. Rich will even give you an additional $1,000 for your trade, even if you don't buy a Honda today. They have more than 400 new Hondas in stock, and the deals are the best around. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or online at germainhondaofdublin.com.
If the big garage door guy's estimate to replace a spring looked more like an estimate for having open heart surgery, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For over 30 years, a trusted Columbus staple. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Everybody, it's Berm here. Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan, and I have the least exciting update I can give you. Awaken 180 is still working. That is actually fairly inconvenient because I don't have anything dramatic to complain about. I'm 5 weeks in, I'm down over 30 pounds, and there hasn't been a single plot twist. There hasn't been a stall. There's no mystery week where everything stops making sense. I simply follow the plan, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the scale does what it's designed to do too. Weight loss usually feels like a guessing game where you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, but Awaken 180 doesn't. There's structure, there's coaching, and there's zero need for motivational speeches in the mirror. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm not starting over every Monday. I'm moving forward, enjoying the ride, feeling a whole lot better, and watching years of bad habits quietly get undone. Do what we all did and make your own 180 with Awaken 180. Go online at awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800. Awaken180weightloss.com.
I take care of the kids, my dad, things at work, but I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression. Go to mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The NFL has released finalists for this season's awards. The finalists for the MVP are Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, and Matthew Stafford. Jackson Smith and Jigba has been named a finalist for the AP Offensive Player of the Year, and Browns defensive end Myles Garrett is a finalist for AP Defensive Player of the Year. The winners of the awards will be announced on February 5th. The Columbus Blue Jackets are back on home ice tonight, hosting the Dallas Stars. Face-off is at 7 o'clock, and you can catch the action here on the Fan starting at 6:30. And on the hardwood tonight, the 12th-ranked Ohio State women's basketball team goes for their 7th win in a row, hosting Indiana. Tyler Danberg has the call over on the Fan 2. Coverage starting at 7:45. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock. This update sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This show features two Nicoles. One gives you useful traffic information. The other one yells, "What up, bitches?" Who's ready to party? Here's Man and Timmy.
T-Bone and Tyvis start your day, 6 o'clock in the morning. And tomorrow morning at 6:30, T-Bone and Tyvis have incarceration tickets to give away. You must be listening to win 6:30 tomorrow morning. Paul Feinbaum is the Pied Piper of the Hillbillies. He said about Indiana's win almost everything I said throughout the season about him and about Indiana was wrong. We actually have some audio of Paul Feinbaum. Let's take a listen.
It all became very clear to me sitting out there today that every decision I've ever made in my entire life has been wrong. My life is the complete opposite of everything I want it to be. Every instinct I have in every aspect of life, be it something to wear, something to eat, it's all been wrong.
Now, obviously, that's not Paul Feinbaum, but
that's about the whole lot of it right there.
Pretty much, that's the gist of it. But if you want the actual Paul Feinbaum quote, well, we have that for you. But I don't want to play it for you, and I don't want to read it for you. Instead, here is AI Macho Man Randy Savage reading Paul Feinbaum.
There can be debate on whether Indiana had the best season in college football history, but there can be no debate. It is the greatest story in the history of the game. Yeah. Now, what made it even more amazing is how people misunderstood what Kurt Signetti was doing in Bloomington. Yeah. Let me assure, nobody was more incorrect in understanding that process than me. Yeah. Almost everything I said throughout the season about him and about Indiana was wrong. Yeah. And it was an epic failure on my part. Dig it! There was no question Indiana was the best team. And yes, the Big Ten is the best conference in the country. Yeah. We congratulate Coach Signetti, Indiana, and the Big Ten for an extraordinary run. They are, without a doubt, the cream of the crop. Ooh, yeah.
There you go. That is Macho Man Randy Savage reading Paul Feinbaum's quotes there.
That is, without a doubt, the best AI reading we've ever had. That was amazing.
Really captured the essence, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wonder Macho Man was so famous doing that wrestling gig.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way he says stuff.
My guy.
Yeah. I love how Paul Feinbaum was actually, dropping in yes.
Well, I liked when
Paul threw in the dig it.
You know what
yeah.
You know what I put in my daughter's lunch today?
No.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. Little mini Slim Jim, not the big one, but the little snacky.
Oh, we keep the
like the big fat one. You like that one?
Huge, thick Slim
like
Jims.
Churchill's cigar.
Fine. Churchill, good wartime leader.
Was he?
Probably would have enjoyed a good beef jerky stick.
He was around, but really he needed us. Without us,
we needed each other.
Did we?
We didn't.
Seems to me that things started to change all of a sudden when we came on the scene.
They really helped out in Dunkirk. The Brits. They got down there with their boats. Civilians, though. Got it done. Got the job done.
Well, their lands were threatened.
Absolutely.
It's time to go.
It's close.
Yeah.
Closing in.
Teddy, did you have this one on the bingo card today? A little Churchill Dunkirk conversation?
No, I did not.
No. But you know what I did have on the bingo card today?
It's hot.
Too hot. Sponsored by Ohio Health. Rising to the occasion in the moments that truly matter. Learn more at ohiohealth.com/it's time.
Teddy plays us audio we have not heard before. We comment on said audio. What are we starting with today, Teddy?
All right, we're starting out with T-Bone and Tyvis. And if you've been listening to this segment with the Tyvis audio, you know that he has a couple things that he always comes back to, right? A couple sort of themes, I think, of what he believes in. And
he's a very simple man.
And one is him wanting everybody to work all the time, right? And I didn't realize this, but I was listening the other day, and he talked about just how much he wanted his team to be working, especially on the holidays.
Did you work Christmas Eve and Christmas? I don't remember you coming in for that.
They didn't ask me to.
No, you're not going to work Memorial Day.
We did a best of.
That's right, we did.
I got overruled.
What do you mean you got overruled?
I wanted to come in on Christmas because Christmas is
Christmas Day.
Christmas one of those things that you celebrate it as soon as the kids get up, and then that's it. Like it's really just another day.
Our show's from 6 to 9.
Ask you, when do the kids get up in your house? Because in my house they get up between 6 and 9 a.m. and that would have been right smack in the middle. We would have been here.
Who
would have been listening?
My wife told my kids this past Christmas that they not allowed to get up until at least 8 o'clock. Well, they didn't get up to 9, so technically I could have did the show.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
Tyvis is a big talker. All right. How tall do you think Tyvis's wife is? She's not a big lady.
No, she's not like super tall.
No, she's probably
she's not a big lady, no.
5'4"?
I'm going to say like 5'6", 5'7".
You think she's that tall?
Yeah.
I didn't think she was that tall.
Decent height, I think.
Anyway.
The lovely Laurencia Powell.
She is very lovely indeed, and Tyvis talks a big game, but when she walks in the room, he cowers to her.
He Bill cowers.
As every man should when their wife walks in the room. She is about to have their third child.
Yeah.
And I believe that Tyvis is going to take significant paternity leave. As he should.
What do you think significant is?
3 weeks.
3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Reimer took the whole lot of it, right?
Oh, I don't think we'd ever see him again. I'm surprised we even saw him come back.
Was it like a 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, he was gone, baby.
Gone, baby, gone.
But Tyvis is all about, working and doing your part.
Tyvis has a talk show. He's on the air. He feels, and I love that about him. He feels that he wants to be there for his audience and for the good of the show.
I don't think that's what it is. I think Tyvis, when he's by himself, doesn't really get in touch with Tyvis. Scares him. So he wants to be working in order to be busy all the time so he doesn't have to deal with
you're going
inner Tyvis.
You're going deeper.
I'm going deep.
Yeah, you're going deeper.
I think that
you're trying to peel back some layers.
There's some
of
problems with Tyvis.
The football player. What do you?
I think when it gets quiet,
your search for happiness.
When Tyvis doesn't have something to do, those demons start to pop up and get in his head, and he doesn't like that. So he likes to keep himself busy.
You're probably spot on about this.
I think Tyvis is skinning a cat right now in his basement. One of the neighborhood cats has gone missing. He has kidnapped the cat. He is skinning the cat.
That was like what Dexter's dad taught him to do. He said, "This isn't good. I don't want you skinning cats and killing cats. But if you're not going to kill humans, then that's a fair trade-off.
Right.
If you think
I think Tyvus is a serial killer.
Could possibly be a Dexter, we should have a talk with him.
What else you got, Teddy?
All right, let's go to Bishop and Friends, and they were in a discussion about pizza, which we do that a lot on this show.
About a pizza?
And it led to Bo feeling a little bit of a nostalgia, talking about his days as a youth when they would go to the big city and visit Pizza Hut and had a wonderful time. So let's give a listen to that.
Bo, you mentioned Pizza Hut growing up. Did you do the basketball every year for the Final Four?
Of course I did. What am I hard at getting a basketball at Pizza Hut at the Final Four?
Gosh, those were the days.
Dude, Pizza Hut.
They
you
should
go to
bring
Pizza
that
Hut.
back.
That was dressing up for us. Like, that was a fancy dinner, was Pizza Hut. It was all dark in there. They'd put the pie on the cast iron, and then you got the salad bar. Like, that was a go out to dinner thing when we were kids. When I was a kid, we would just beg our parents, if we made the trip to Great Falls to go get groceries, we would go in there and just beg to go to Pizza Hut for dinner. It's all we wanted to do.
Play a little Galaga, some Miss Pac-Man.
Nobody gets hurt. A little grease on the knobs.
A little grease on the knobs there. Bo's from Montana, man. The big city is Great Falls, Montana. And so, yes, I assume that young Bo would be very excited to go to the Pizza Hut.
Wouldn't the big city in Montana be either Missoula or Bozeman, hands down?
Do you know how big Montana is?
It's gigantic.
I'm just saying, he probably didn't live close to those places. Great Falls was
his town.
The closest.
Okay.
He had to go there to buy groceries, he said.
Yeah. I mean, I've lived in places before where you had a good 30-minute. I mean, that's the longest though. Like I lived in rural Virginia for a minute, and to me, 30 minutes to get to a town to buy groceries.
Did you have to bring coolers?
Crazy. Right, you got
coolers in the car.
You got to get those things they sell at Sam's Club or Costco, the insulated bags or whatever, to keep your stuff cool on the way back. If you're living an hour plus away from it, I get it. It's big sky country.
They got those retro Pizza Huts now.
So there's retro Pizza Huts, but if you look hard enough, there's still some Pizza Huts that kept it from
just have not been touched throughout the course of time.
They've been renovated a little bit, but they've kept the essence. As I was heading to Northwest Indiana a couple weeks ago, it reminded me, we didn't do it this time, but on one of our trips back there, we stopped off of Route 30. Like as you're traveling between Fort Wayne and like Maryville, Valparaiso, those towns, there is a great old style Pizza Hut. And we had dinner there and everything was just so fantastic.
See?
Oh my God.
People
the food
want
was
to
good.
lose themselves in nostalgia.
The food was good.
I say it's about Wendy's.
Yeah.
Build the old restaurants, man.
With the little curved glass
with the atrium.
Yes.
Yeah,
the atrium,
the
greenhouse
atrium,
type thing.
all of that.
You've got the terracotta tiles that you slip and crack your neck
on. The tabletops have the newspaper print on there.
I forgot about that.
Charge me for the nostalgia. I'll give you all my money. All right, more Too Hot Fun coming up next. Calvin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You should watch out for some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on westbound 33 at 270. On the east outer belt, crews are on scene there, causing some extra holdup. And there's a small delay on westbound 670 from 71 to 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Leaky pipes, no hot water, issues with your sewer or drains? When plumbing problems strike, Logan Services is ready to help you out. We offer free estimates on water heaters, water softeners, and drain lines. Whether it's a surprise leak or an aging water tank, we'll give you an honest recommendation so you can take action fast. Don't wait. Schedule your free plumbing estimate now. Fast, friendly service you trust from Logan Services.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively, and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow. Saturday, August 1st at Paycor Stadium with special guests Lainey Wilson and Alan Stone. Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Bishop and Friends.
I always felt like if you're going to give me a breakfast pastry out of a box, the toaster strudel is significantly superior to the Pop-Tart.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then they help you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We are tracking our next winter storm arriving here as we head into the weekend, and winter storm watches have been issued across central and southern Ohio here going through Saturday into Sunday as we are tracking snow beginning Saturday evening.